Smile. Sounds haunted. You don't like ghosts? Hi guys, I'm very tired. It is day one and we are in Victoria for the night. I did film a little room tour. As you can see, it's one bed. I made myself very at home by sprawling all of my stuff out. We had a very short day today. We started at like 4:30. Our report time was just after 4 o'clock, and so what did we do today? We went Calgary to Fort St. John to Vancouver, sat for 3 hours, and then we came to Victoria, which is literally a 15-minute flight. But you know, it was a good day of what's going to be a good pairing, because I am working with one of my friends. Her name is Bridget. You guys will meet her later on in the video. She was in my class for training for this job. We met there and we were in drills together. Actually, we did one drill in the training together, and if I do say so myself, we killed it. We nailed it. So it's really great to work with somebody that you already know, because the amount of times that you work with people that you've already worked with, especially because we're so new, is very slim to like never. She is the third classmate that I have worked with. One was during my first training flight, and then my other friend Mel picked up a shift that I posted in our group chat because it was with me. And now I was actually scheduled by our company schedulers to work with Bridget. So it's pretty cool to work with somebody that you know and that you're comfortable with. So it's already a good pairing, because most of the time you have to get to know them first. And yeah, it's just really nice to work with somebody that you know. And we have 2 long layovers. Tomorrow we don't leave Victoria until just before 3 o'clock. And then the next day we have a long stay in Vancouver. I feel like my hand is very close to the camera. So tomorrow I don't know what we're doing. Vancouver, I don't know what we're doing. Probably walking. I know we want to go for a walk, maybe breakfast, I don't know. Yeah, I'm rambling because I'm tired, so I'm gonna eat and go to bed, and then yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm ready. My hair is...
She's
I thought... Aren't you vegan? Okay. Introduce yourself. I filmed last night. I was like, you're gonna meet her later.
What? Oh, you introduced me already?
Well, I said I was working with you.
Hi,
This is Bridget.
Hi.
Bond.
I don't know. I don't like to say
This is Bond. Bridget Bond. So the first question was from Mel. And she said, put me.
Shout out, Mel.
Shout out Mel. She's like, put me in it. So I'll insert a picture of Mel.
Oh, here. Let me find one. Let's see if I have an embarrassing one.
And then while we're waiting for Mel, Daryl said, do you miss working with Daryl? But that's not even a question. Of course I do. You'll love Daryl when you work with her. One day.
Okay, I have a photo of me and Mel together.
Okay. That's Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. Do you have a favorite flight you have made so far?
Favorite flight?
Yeah.
Like, location?
Let's do
Or-
favorite location and then favorite hotel, because they can be different.
I like the Marriott in Vancouver.
If you can get on the shuttle.
And if we're there for longer than minimum rest.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other question? Favorite location?
Yeah.
I think Terrace is beautiful. Like flying into Terrace, because you fly in between the mountains.
If you
when
can
land.
get into Terrace, is the problem. My favorite locations.
I should have washed my hair. I look like I'm homeless.
Well, I am homeless, so I also like. What is happening here?
I find when you're lead and you're pushing your head against the seat, my hair is all fucked up.
If my hair isn't sitting just right,
Yeah.
then it's like messes it up. Anyway, my favorite location is Penticton or downtown Vancouver.
Penticton is
Where-
so nice.
It is. Too bad we're not in Penticton, the Barking Parrot.
What?
Too bad we don't go to Penticton like together. Or downtown Vancouver, which we're going to tonight. Favorite hotel is Penticton, the New Wing, or downtown Vancouver.
I didn't really like the room setup. It was really weird.
Where?
In
In the
Bathroom?
New Wing?
The bathrooms are so nice.
I don't get why the bed's in like the dead center of the room.
That was pretty cool, like a breakfast bar.
Yeah. Have you had to deal with rude people, and how have you dealt with them? I've dealt with a lot of rude people.
I just, the biggest thing that I like think about is I will never see you again in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do, I won't remember who you are. So
Amen.
I kind of let things brush off the back. Like I had a guy make a comment. I had like, we were on minimum rest and I had been up since like 4 a.m. And I was back here and we were so delayed and we were doing service and I took this guy's order and he was so nice and he ordered a coffee and he was talking to me about something, I don't know. And he too handed me the coffee and I went to hand it to him by accident.
Mm.
And he goes, that's not for me, or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, sorry. And he goes, you had a 50-50 chance of getting that right and you got it wrong. And then was like, and I was like, oh sorry, like I've been up since 4 a.m. whatever. Like I laughed it off.
And like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. And then he was like, well, all of us have been up since blah blah blah. And he's like, good for you. And I'm like, okay, bye. Like, I just kind of just
Or the
let it
guy
go.
yesterday?
I've already forgotten. What guy yesterday?
The mask.
He was Like, he didn't...
At times.
Like, he didn't...
He was mean to the pilot. Or rude.
Oh, yeah.
The rudest person I've met actually work, not with us, but in the aviation industry. Like we work with them, but not with them. Does that make sense? I don't want to say, you know what I'm talking about. Do you know?
Like, they don't work...
Let's just say Kelowna.
Oh! Yeah, okay. They don't work in flight.
Yeah. Them, but also, like, I've had people get mad at me because the one guy was literally raising his voice because I wouldn't put his luggage in the forward baggage compartment. I'm like, I don't make the rules, bud. Sorry. But
yeah,
that's how I did. I kind of just, like, tell them, like, it's not me.
Well, yeah, and I just tell them the rules. Like, it's like, yeah, and the thing is like, a lot of people, the fanny pack thing. You're not supposed to wear your fanny pack. It's just like a purse. And people give me so much attitude. And then when you actually explain to them why we're asking them to take it off, it's like, I'm trying to save your life, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
People don't realize that there's a reason behind everything.
Yeah. So.
Next question. Do you like your job?
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. Like every job, there's days.
Yeah.
Especially when you have no sleep.
Yeah.
How often do you get yelled at by people?
Not very often.
I don't think I've been yelled at. A lot of, like, disgruntled, not happy people, but not necessarily, like, they don't yell.
I think it's more of the CSAs who are getting yelled at than anything.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones telling people, oh, your flight's canceled, oh, your flight's delayed. Like, people will come onto our flight after it's been delayed, and they'll be upset about it, but they won't yell at us about it. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been yelled about it.
No. But have you ever, like, because we were just talking about Maddie's flight got canceled. Right. I've never had, like, a schedule change that drastic because something was canceled.
Yeah, I've never had the rest of my pairing canceled.
No, they've, like, switched my flights because my flight was delayed or something and they didn't want to delay the next one. But never have they canceled. I've
had cancellations, but either it was later in the day and I had to, or we just stayed and we did a flight the next day. Like, I've never had it where it was canceled and then they just sent me home. Like, I've never had that.
No. Do you stay in Canada or do you go to the States too? So we go to Seattle and Portland, and then Toronto goes to Nashville. Toronto base goes to Nashville and Boston.
And New York, I think.
And New York?
I think so.
For Encore? Interesting. But we're just in Canada. I mainly do BC, because that's what I bid for. What do you're all over?
I'm all over the place. I don't bid for anything specific, because I don't really care.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
I'm picky. Where's your fave place you flight attended to?
I think we answered that.
I think so. Mine was Penticton.
I've never stayed in Terrace, but flying into Terrace is good.
My actual favorite flight though is Vancouver to Victoria.
And it's beautiful.
It is. I love when I can put my phone up to time lapse that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Can you sneak your BFF on the plane? I mean,
I've heard that you can. I've heard that you can, like, there's a form you fill out or something. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you later.
We have buddy passes, so in that sense I can.
But I heard that you can bring someone on your pairing with you. That's what somebody told me. I don't know. I'll tell you about it later.
Maybe like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you get free snacks?
Yeah. Pretzels and cookies. Everybody else.
Yeah. That's all my questions.
And it gets really boring really fast.
I have not gotten sick of the pretzels. I could eat the pretzels. I actually want pretzels right now.
When I run out of stuff to dip in my hummus, I'll have pretzels.
You bring snacks though. I don't bring snacks. Like, I won't eat until we get to the hotel.
Oh, yeah, no. I get really grumpy if I don't eat.
Wow. I probably do, but I don't notice. Anything else?
Where are we going today? Prince George.
Oh, we came from Victoria. Now we have an hour sit. And we go to Prince George and back. And then we go downtown Vancouver. Which I was thinking, we won't get to the hotel till like 10:30. Because I think we land at 9:30. 8:30? But
That's why I was like, oh, it's early.
even then, because by the time we get off the plane, oh, is it terminating though?
Oh, it's 8:49.
Okay, so we'll say 9 o'clock by the time people get off the plane.
Yeah. Actually, you're probably right. Probably get there around 10 o'clock.
Okay, and do you know how to get to the 7-Eleven?
The who?
That's a discussion we can have later.
The what? The 7-Eleven?
Yeah, because that's where our pickup is outside the 7-Eleven.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
From the hotel?
No, from here. Like in the airport, they have a 7-Eleven, like how Calgary has that 7-Eleven. So we have to find the 7-Eleven, and then it's the doors by the 7-Eleven. Okay. I'm glad I knew that.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we'd just be walking around?
Yeah.
Anything else? We went for a walk today. Bought taffy.
You took some videos though.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm eating that cake when we get to the hotel.
Oh, my carrot cake was so good. If you're ever in Sydney, BC, go to Sweeties by the Sea or Sweeties by Sea or something. Their oat milk lattes, very, very good, and their carrot cake is amazing. And it's so cute. It's such a cute little cafe.
What did I get? The fruit.
Passion fruit cake.
I got something cake. I haven't ate it yet. Dobby's ready to go.
Oh, hello, Melissa.
Melissa?
Kenzie's here with me too.
Bonjour, Melissa.
Bonjour, madame.
Song stuck in my head. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Zooming through the sky. Little Einstein. Kelowna for the night. So yeah, day 3 of 5 done. Tired, gonna eat, go to bed, and continue on tomorrow. Last one. It's not a paid gig.
Just kidding.
Deleted. Hi, let's talk about last night quick. I am just eating breakfast, hotel breakfast. This hotel is free and it's usually pretty good. But let's chat about last night. So I inserted some clips about the lightning I was watching when I got to the hotel, and you can kind of tell from the time lapse that I took on the plane what the plane ride was like. It was a bumpy ride. We flew right through a storm. So let's start from the beginning. We left Vancouver. We were supposed to leave at 7:35. We didn't end up leaving until like 8:10 because the cargo compartment baggage door, whatever you want to call it, wouldn't latch. A rod had broken, so we had to call maintenance. So people were angry and being people. I don't know. I tend not to get stressed about those types of situations because it's not in my control. So it just blows my mind how everyone doesn't think like that. Like, do they think I went back there and broke it? Do they think, do they want to fly with a broken door and their luggage go everywhere in the sky? I don't know. But anyway, that's how the flight started. So we left a half hour late, and then we drove right through a storm. And so everything was normal. We did our safety demo, we did our checks, secured, everything like that. And then we took off. Like, everything was normal. We did water service. We did water service on the ground as well because it was a half hour delayed and they were sitting on the plane. But so I'm just gonna skip to the turbulent part. We had so we finished service and then I went to go and do garbage. I usually wait to do garbage. I don't do it right after service so that people have time to drink, and like when they see me with the garbage bag, they're not like chugging it. So I was about to go do garbage, and so it would have been right about the 15-minute mark, and there was a big bump, like a big drop, and then the seatbelt sign turned on, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna sit for right now. And then we got a call from the flight deck saying like, hey, it's gonna be bumpy, stay seated. So we stayed seated, and when the time the pilot said, flight attendants prepare for arrival, because this was only like a half hour, 40-minute flight. And when they say flight attendants prepare for arrival, it was so bumpy. Like, from the time they told us to stay seated to the time they told us to prepare for arrival, it was so bumpy. And I'm sitting in the back row and I have to make it all the way up to the front. The adrenaline I felt was unmatched. It was actually like, I don't mind bumpy flights. I don't mind turbulence, I guess. Like, I've never experienced severe turbulence, but I don't know, to me it's like a roller coaster. So when we dropped, and then I like booked it up to the front, we secured, and then I looked at that time lapse. I will probably include it again because I think it's such an amazing time lapse. But yeah, I've never flew right through a storm. Usually they try to avoid it. However, last night, before we landed, because we're in Kelowna, before we landed in Kelowna, a plane coming from Calgary to Kelowna, because we were Vancouver to Kelowna, Calgary to Kelowna was supposed to land before us, and then Victoria to Kelowna was supposed to land after us. Calgary to Kelowna didn't land. They couldn't land because of the storm. They were diverted to Vancouver, which means they had to take like a detour. Went to Vancouver. I believe they landed, and then they were turned around and were told to go try again and land in Kelowna. We had landed, Victoria landed. It was a bumpy ride. 2 people on the plane got sick, which I've had people get sick, but not like noticeably sick, I guess. Not noticeably sick because they hit it pretty well. But yeah, that's last night. Today is day 5 of 5. Not much to see. 3 express services, which means water and snacks only. I'm P2, so I'm gonna be on the cart, which when it's express there is no cart. So basically everything I do today I can't show you anyway because people will be already on the plane. Yeah, hopefully the skies are nicer today. I gotta finish my breakfast because I have to eat, finish getting ready, and head downstairs in the next half hour.